I meant to turn to go out of the shopping center area and I pulled into the wrong place, and the restaurant Chili's was here, so I was like, you just want to eat here? So we accidentally went to Chili's, so we might as well just stop and eat lunch, because what were some of the biggest struggles in y'all's marriage that you overcame? So today's video is way more chill than they typically are. I am sharing a weekend in our life. So this is actually a Sunday, and we don't do a whole lot on the weekends, and I try to give myself a grace on the weekends as far as all of the house chores, and I try to take it easier than I do during the week. During the week, I'm on my feet all the time, taking care of chore after chore, and on Mondays is when I do my weekly reset, so that way on the weekends I have time to just relax and hang out with my family. So today we're actually taking the kids to do a really fun photo shoot, and I want to take you guys along with us. I'll also be including an honest Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram. I did not get through all of them, but I did pick a few to go ahead and answer. We actually go out to eat for a late lunch / early dinner, so I'm not going to be cooking a meal like I usually share, but if you guys are interested in my dinners, then definitely check out my other videos because I'm always sharing recipes, and I'll be sharing some evening mama motivation. So if you guys are excited for today's video, make sure you leave me a thumbs up and comment down below, and make sure you tell me what your weekend plans are for this coming up weekend. I would love to know if you're doing anything fun. I'm so excited to hang out with y'all today and share our weekend with you.
That's what? Get your tail in the car.
Get your tail in the car.
This is your tail in the car.
My tail, it will be in the car momentarily.
No! Get Abby and Daddy's tail in the car.
They're coming.
Get my tail in the car. Get mine tail in the car.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video. So today is going to be a day in the life, and we're actually sitting outside of the Atlanta Portrait Studio. They have Enchanted Fairies in there.
Hi.
And we are going to have our pictures made. And basically, Enchanted Fairies is a fine art portrait studio, and we're just gonna have our kids pictures made today, but they are gonna transform into fairies, and Nolan's gonna be a knight. Baby Jackson's not gonna be doing it. It's gonna be for the 3 older kids. So basically they're gonna be taking their pictures in an enchanted forest. We get to choose a few of the prints, and they are actually gonna be putting it into a storybook, which we will get back in about 6 to 8 weeks, because all of the images are hand edited. So we're really excited to go transform into beautiful fairies and a handsome knight.
Yeah.
They have a really nice dress selection, so they get to choose their outfits. They're going to be dusted with fairy dust and all of that. So let's go ahead and head in and see what it's all about.
Yay!
It says, welcome Enchanted Fairies, Adeline, Arabella, and Nolan. It's the knight's turn. Come on. You want this one?
Yeah.
King Nolan. Beautiful. So we have to think of our wish and then ring this bell. Who's first? Gently ring the bell. A little harder than that. There you go, your wish. Okay. Was it so fun? Did you feel magical?
Yes, actually.
Did you feel magical, Bella? Did you feel like a real fairy in the forest?
I tried to fly away, but nobody would let me.
Did you feel like a real knight with a real bow and arrow and a real sword? We're gonna get a storybook back in a few weeks, and it's gonna have all of our pictures and a story, and we can read it and see what our story's about. We accidentally went to Chili's. I meant to turn to go out of the shopping center area, and I pulled into the wrong place, and the restaurant Chili's was here, so I was like, you just want to eat here? So we accidentally went to Chili's, so we might as well just stop and eat lunch, because I mean, it's lunchtime, right? So we're gonna go into Chili's and eat lunch and then head back home. We have like a 50-minute drive back home, so I'm sure Jackson will fall asleep on the way home and take his nap. Are y'all hungry?
Yeah.
Yes, very.
I stopped by Starbucks on the way because I wasn't just gonna get a coffee. I was just gonna grab a biscuit because I didn't have time to eat. Before I left the house, I didn't really have anything to grab or whatever. So anyways, they all ate cereal. So I went to the Starbucks and the line was backed up like way down the street. Somebody's alarm's going off. Anyways, we sat in this line for what, 20 minutes? And we get up there, and crazy because this has never happened before, but it said that they were out of all breakfast because I was gonna get a biscuit. So I'm starving and it's like 1 o'clock now, so let's go eat.
I want to have one.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Oh, guess what he's doing? He's pooping again. So excuse the lighting because it is later in the day now. Chili's actually ended up being like an early dinner slash late lunch. We're all still kind of full from Chili's, so I'm not going to make like a full course dinner tonight. I'm going to go ahead and fold up this load of laundry while I answer a few questions. Over on Instagram, I asked y'all to ask me some questions. We're not going to get through all of them because I did get quite a lot of questions. How do you get it all done and keep it all together without losing your ish? Well, if we're being honest here, no mom is going to be able to just keep it completely 1000% together and not ever lose their ish. We all lose our ish. We all cry sometimes. It's normal. Motherhood is freaking hard, but basically you just have to have patience. Jackson's actually crying right now. He's out there with my husband. Eric's actually out there with all the kids so that I can come back here and fold up some laundry. So I actually have more loads that I need to fold, but I probably won't get it through all of it today because it's a lot. If you ever feel like you always lose your mind and you're overwhelmed, like, please know that you're not alone. Like, my kid is out there crying right now and I feel like I need to stop folding towels and go tend to my kid, but I know that my husband's out there, so I'm just trying to breathe and tell myself he's got it, he's gonna handle it. Tips on potty training a boy. This mama is struggling. Let me just tell you, my girls were so much easier than Nolan. Whenever I potty trained my girls, they only took about 2 weeks or so to get it, and then they were fully potty trained within like just a few months. And with Nolan, I started potty training him around the same exact time I started potty training the girls, age range wise. He would go to the potty sometimes, but usually he just wouldn't. And honestly, like, they will go potty when they're ready. And people probably tell you that all the time, that boys are harder and they're just gonna go on their own when they're ready, and trust me, it's true. What's your favorite Starbucks drink? So the drink that I always get at Starbucks is a grande iced vanilla latte with extra vanilla, and they usually don't ask how many extra pumps of vanilla, but if they do, I just say like 2 or 3, and it just makes it a little bit sweeter and more vanilla-y. How old are you? I'm 31. My birthday is January the 17th. I was born in 1992. What other YouTubers do you watch? Honestly, I feel like I need to stop doing this Q&A until Jackson is done screaming, because he's like, he has this cry where he's not really crying, there's no tears, it's just like a whine, but it's really loud, and that's what he's doing. What other YouTubers do you watch? Preferably ones that don't stage. Yes, girl. So I just can't. Channels that look perfect and things are just completely staged and just look unrealistic. I can't. But I just honestly get bored if I watch videos that just don't look real. It's just really hard to find somebody that you can actually relate to on YouTube, because it's like these certain people, when they post a video, you're like, oh yay, I finally have something to watch today, because there's millions of videos on YouTube, but I don't relate to more than half of them. I really don't mean to sound harsh, but that's just my view and take on it and how I feel about it. Tips for moving house with a baby to try and make it less stressful. So honestly, I don't think it's going to be stress-free moving with a baby, because we've moved 3 times with a bunch of little ones. So basically what we did when we moved is I would put the baby in the room with me and close the door wherever I was packing, and then whenever it came time to load stuff up on the truck, you put your baby in the pack and play, and the baby's gonna cry because he's freaking out because you're moving the stuff out of the house. So you either have to have someone on baby duty, you have to sit with the baby, or you just have to try to entertain your baby while you're moving. That was my last towel. I'm gonna go, oh wait, we have one more little rag. So I folded up all of my rags and towels, but I'm still going to answer just a few more questions. What were some of the biggest struggles in y'all's marriage that you overcame? We've been together since 2011, and that first year or two that we were together was really toxic, if I'm being honest, and you're eventually in a place that is greater than ever. There was just lots of things that I had to work on the first few years that we were together, and things that he needed to work on as well the first few years. We eventually got married in 2016, and then Arabella was born, which is our second baby. So we have both overcame the flaws and the issues that we had in the past, and I'm not really going to go into detail about any of that, but I feel like some of the struggles in our marriage would be really personal if I started talking about them, so I don't really want to be specific. But I will say that if you're struggling in your marriage, you can always work on your marriage no matter how hard it is. It's not going to be easy to work on your marriage, and it takes two people. Having children, being married, it is so stressful. One of the ways that I've worked on our marriage is to stay positive as I can, to not be negative. When he comes home from work, neither of us try to be negative. We try to just be positive, talk about positive things, and what happened at work stays at work. So if something bad happened at his job, he needs to keep that anger and the issues at his job and not take it out on his family. Same with me. If something bad happened with the kids, if I'm just overwhelmed and stressed, like, I don't need to take it out on him. And I know that that is easier said than done, but you can always try. What is your favorite perfume? Y'all already know that I love the Dossier. Dossier perfume is what I wear. And if y'all don't know who Dossier is, they are a luxury inspired fragrance brand. They sell dupe perfumes. They have Tom Ford and Chanel. So if you use a higher end perfume, go onto dossier.com and check out their fragrances, because I guarantee you're going to find that higher end perfume as a dupe on Dossier. They smell just as good. My favorite perfume that I wear from Dossier is the Asbury Saffron. They actually have it at Walmart, so definitely check your Walmart. I mentioned in one of my last videos that Dossier is selling at Walmart now, and I'm excited about that. But you can get higher end perfume dupes for a much cheaper price tag when you shop through Dossier. They have been my favorite perfume for about a year or two now. I absolutely love them. They also sell candles, y'all. So this is what the Asbury Saffron looks like. They come in 50 milliliter bottles. If you order a perfume from Dossier and the scent is not for you, then you can return it for a full refund. The perfume comes in a thick, good quality glass bottle with a magnetic snap-on lid. Two of the perfumes that I'm going to be wearing this spring and summertime is my favorite, the Asbury Saffron. And also for summer, I like coconut scents. So this is the Floriental Coconut. With summer coming up, y'all will have to try the Floriental Coconut if you like coconut scents. It just reminds me of being at the beach or being at the pool. But these two scents are my top tier, my absolute favorite. I'm gonna have them linked down below in my description box. Make sure you check out your Walmart, because I know it's much less of a hassle to go to Walmart and just purchase it in store versus having to order it. Shipping is pretty quick. And also, if you want to know what is in your perfume, they have some top notes here, and it will tell you exactly what is in your perfume, what scents are used. So click the link down below in my description box if you guys want to check out Dossier. The next question is, what made you decide to start your YouTube channel? I actually get, I'm choking on perfume. I actually get asked this question quite often. I remember watching other mom influencers and YouTube channels, and I'm just like, they are literally just sharing their life and sharing how they do things as a mother and motivating other mamas. I'm like, why can't I do that? Because for the longest time, I remember I was looking online for realistic work from home jobs, and I couldn't ever find one unless it was like Mary Kay or something that you make like commission from, and I wanted an actual work from home job. And I really didn't want to go be a waitress, because I don't make enough money being a waitress or working in a restaurant to pay for childcare and gas, and plus I'm being away from my kid. I don't make enough money to pay a daycare or pay childcare when I'm barely making any money myself. I really wanted to do something where I could just stay at home with my kid, and YouTube has been a huge blessing to my family. But what made me want to start is, I remember that my husband would come home from work and he would want to play his game or work on RC cars, or he had these hobbies that he wanted to do, and I always felt bored because he wasn't hanging out with me, and and I'm like, do you want to watch a movie? And I'm just like always wanting my husband's time, but he has hobbies. And he's like, why don't you find a hobby and find something to do? For the longest time, being a mother is all I've known. You can really get lost in motherhood, and I felt like all I did was cook and clean, so I decided that I was just going to start a YouTube channel because there's benefits in YouTube than just making money and having a work from home job. I have made lots of friends. I have met so many other moms, and it really helps being a stay-at-home mom so much more less lonely. But I feel like if I was able to meet all of you guys at a park and let our kids play, like we would have so much fun. So it's really cool that I'm able to connect with so many other mamas and women from like around the world. But anyways, that's all of the questions that I'm gonna answer in today's video. So if you watched my last video, I'm sure you've seen that my camera broke. It fell off my tripod, my camera hit my tile floor and broke. So I did get another camera since then. I also had to order another tripod because the tripod is the whole reason my camera broke in the first place. It's so easy to get lost in motherhood. Lately, I have been feeling so burnt out. I feel like all I do is cook and clean and cook and clean the same messes again and again. And in reality, you do. As a mother, we clean the same messes, the same spaces in our homes every single day. And on the weekends, I just try to take it as easy as possible, but that doesn't mean that the chores are going anywhere. There's always dishes, there's always a mess in my kitchen, the floors always need to be cleaned, there's always something to do, always something to clean, and always a child to take care of. But what I mean when I say I take it a little bit more easier on the weekends is just giving myself a little bit of grace. It's okay to go to bed with some dishes in your sink. It's okay to spend more time with your family. It's okay to choose your children over chores. And I am definitely a perfectionist. I like for my house to be clean before I go to bed, but it doesn't always happen, and that is perfectly fine. I really hope my channel feels like a safe place for you so that when you come to my channel, you feel normal, you feel like your house is normal, your kids are normal, and you feel okay about going to bed when your house is not spotless. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, my name is Marie. I have 4 kiddos, and I usually create videos about motherhood motivation and homemaking. I would love to have you if you want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see y'all in my next one.